Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. Today we are going to talk about the best live racing cars in CSR2 Racing. I'm going to show you my favorite ones that I have, and I'll also show you a list where you can find a list of a bunch of really awesome live racing cars. That way you know which ones are good, which ones are worth upgrading if you're trying to build a live racer. First, we're going to start with my favorites. These are the ones I use constantly. I live race with these cars all the time. So the Toyota Super GR, this is one of my all-time favorite live racers. You're going to get this car for free eventually, and it's just all around super good. I do have a video on how to set most of these, and definitely this one up for live racing. Next, we have the Audi S1 Hunatron. This is an excellent live racer. I like this one a lot. I have a video for this one as well. The Bugatti Bullide. This thing is amazing on the live racing track. The Bentley Continental GT3. This is probably the only Bentley in the game that's actually good at live racing. Most of the Bentleys in this game kind of suck, but this one's actually really good. Next, we have the Lambo Terzo. However you pronounce that. This is a great live racing car. Again, I have a video for that. Next, the Dodge Mopar Drag Pack. This car is phenomenal. It's fast. It's a great live racer. I absolutely love this one. The Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. This car is a beast on stage 5, I think it is. I have a video on most of these cars, actually. But yeah, the Sesto Elemento is a great live racer if you set it up properly. Next, we have the Maxthegamer. This is probably one of the best cars in the game for just all around everything. It can be set up in so many different ways, tuned for this, tuned for that. It's a really weird, really crazy car, but it's probably one of the best cars in the game overall. Now next, we got the 1970 Charger RT, which is a Fast and Furious car. I found this to be a pretty darn nice live racer. I don't use it very often, and I know most people probably don't have this one, but still, it's worth mentioning. It's a cool car. I like it. Next, we have the McLaren F1 on stage 5, I think it is. This car is a beast. I do have a video on most of these cars, but guys, this is a really awesome car. Eventually, you're going to get this one for free. It's not really free because you got to work your butt off and work on all that legend stuff to get it, but eventually you will get this car, and this is just one of the best live racing cars in the game for many reasons. Earns more RP than any car once you have all the bonuses and stuff, but this is just a really awesome car. Next on the list is the BAC or Bacamano. This thing is awesome. You got to set most of these cars up properly for live racing. You can't just max it out or throw a bunch of parts on these and expect them to do well. You got to set them up in a certain way. But once set up correctly, these cars tear it up. So next on the list is the McLaren Artura. It doesn't really look like much. It doesn't look like the coolest car in the game or anything, but this is really an awesome live racer if set up properly. Alright, so the regular Bugatti Chiron does have a setup to make it really good at live racing. This car usually sucks at live racing, but with my setup, it's amazing. We'll show you we'll show you where to find those live racing setups here in a little bit. The Valhalla Concept. This car is freaking amazing on the live racing track. Definitely one of my favorites to drive for live racing. I don't know why I don't drive this one more because it is really freaking good. The Bugatti Cento Diaci on stage 4, I think it is. This car is like a beast on the live racing track. And now we're going to get into the tier 4 cars. We got the Fast and Furious Ford Escort. This little guy is a beast. This is one of the best tier 4 live racing cars I've ever used. Next, we have the Subaru WRX STI, the Elite Tuners one. This car is absolutely amazing. Once you get enough parts and upgrades and enough stars on this car, it'll just dominate. And you will get this car for free eventually. Well, you have the option to get this one or the Lancer for free. I always suggest choosing this one over the Lancer, and then you're going to have to buy the other one with gold. Alright, so next we have the Nissan Juke 2.0. Most people look at this thing and they say, man, that car sucks. This has a GTR engine in it. Of course, it's a game, so it doesn't really matter what kind of engine's in it. But in real life, the Juke R 2.0 is a little monster, and this car wins live races like you wouldn't believe. I have a specific setup on stage 4 parts, I think it is, that this car just eats everything. I mean, I was not expecting this car to do well for live racing, but this car is a beast. Next, we have the Sylvia S15 Rocket Bunny, and this is one of those rare cars where when you max the car out, I don't know how it does when it's not maxed out, but maxed out, this car will win almost any live race, and it doesn't seem to beat the dyno time, but yet it wins probably 80 to 90% of the live races. You just need to know which cars to avoid. If there's like a really amazing live racing car, you might go, okay, that car is going to beat me. But when you're just racing most normal cars, you'd be amazed at how many races this car actually wins. I mean, normally a maxed out car is terrible at live racing, but this one does it. It doesn't need to beat the dyno time. It just wins a lot of live races. Now, when it comes to Tier 3, there does not seem to be a lot of cars that do well for live racing, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Tier 2, the little Porsche Boxster, the 718 Boxster S. This is an amazing little live racer. I used to earn 1 million respect points per season just live racing this particular car back in the day. This is just a great little car overall. The Tier 2 Rocket Bunny Miata MX-5, awesome little car, love this one. I don't remember the particular setup, but I know this was doing very well for live racing last time I checked it out. Then we have Finn's Exige 360 Cup. This seems to be another great live racing car for Tier 2. I like this one a lot. When it comes to Tier 1, KJ's little car here, it's not really the greatest, but it does seem to win a lot of live races, and it doesn't really earn as much game cash or RP as I would like, but it does seem to do halfway decent at live racing. The Volkswagen Golf GTI, that is a great little live racer. That's the first car everybody should buy in the game, and you can use that for live racing until you get something better. Next, we're going to check out Angel Civic 1.5, nice little live racer. Sneaks Ford Focus Trackster, great little live racer. And the Abarth 500. You know, this car doesn't look like much of anything, but that's actually a really nice little car. All right, so I don't really suggest sticking with the Tier 1 or the Tier 2 cars. Tier 4 and Tier 5 is where it's at for live racing, but sometimes you got to use what you got. So if you got any of those lower tier cars, hey, they will work for live racing if you set them up correctly. Alright, so let me show you where to find the playlist of all the live racing setups, and I'll also pop both of those playlists, or I'll try to pop both of those up at the end of the video. Hopefully it'll let me post 2 playlists on the end screen, I'm not really sure. But if you go to my CSR2 YouTube channel, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see playlists, right? You can scroll through these playlists. There is a live racing setup playlist. There's a car review playlist, all kinds of stuff like that, guys. If you find the live racing setup playlist on here, there is going to be a really awesome playlist for showing you how to set up cars for live racing. Now, a lot of those were car reviews, so you're going to have to find the section on that video for the live racing setup, but if the car does have a live racing setup that I thought was good, I put it on that live racing setup playlist. Alright, well I think that's about it for this particular video. I'm going to try and pop those playlists up on the screen. If they don't pop up, just go to my channel and find those playlists that I showed you. Hopefully I can make them pop up on the screen. I won't know till I'm done editing the video and get it all uploaded and stuff, but we'll find out. I know I can at least put one of those playlists up there, but anyways, here they come. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the video's description. Drop that description down for some ways to help support the channel. There's a thank you button, a join button, a Danny Lertney merch store. There's a Discord server and all kinds of cool stuff and game news in the description. So yeah, catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Lightning out. See ya.